G'day everyone, welcome to a journey through one of the most fascinating places on Earth. Australia, the land down under, is renowned for its breathtaking beauty, diverse landscapes, and unique wildlife that you won't find anywhere else. From the vast rugged outback to the vibrant colorful coral reefs of the Great Barrier Reef, it's a continent of extremes that never ceases to amaze. But beneath the surface of this picturesque paradise lies a wild heart. A place where nature plays by its own rules and survival often means adapting to the unexpected. This is a land where some of the world's most fascinating and dangerous creatures roam free, each with their own unique adaptations for survival. We're talking about creatures like the mighty saltwater crocodile, lurking in murky waters, always ready to strike with incredible force and precision, and the venomous funnel web spider, hiding in the shadows, waiting to deliver a potentially deadly bite. Kangaroos, often seen as gentle giants, can deliver a powerful kick that can knock down even the toughest of opponents, and even the seemingly cuddly koala has sharp claws and a surprisingly strong grip, making it a formidable climber. It's a place where even a casual stroll through the bush can turn into an encounter with the extraordinary, and sometimes the downright deadly. Every step could bring you face to face with nature's raw power. So how do Australians do it? How do they manage to live in harmony with such a wild and unpredictable environment? How do they share their lives, their homes, with creatures that send shivers down the spines of most people? It's a delicate balance of respect and understanding. It's a question that has captivated the world, and the answer lies in a unique blend of respect, caution, and a healthy dose of Aussie grit. Australians have learned to coexist with their wild neighbors through generations of experience and wisdom. In this series, we're diving deep into the world of Australia's wild neighbors, exploring the challenges and triumphs of living alongside some of the planet's most formidable predators. Join us as we uncover the secrets of this land of extremes and the incredible stories of those who call it home. From the heart of the outback to the suburbs of major cities, Australians have found ways to coexist with creatures that many would consider a nightmare. This unique relationship between humans and wildlife is a testament to the adaptability and resilience of both parties. It's not uncommon to see kangaroos grazing on lawns in the morning, hopping through neighborhoods as if they were just another resident. These iconic marsupials have become a familiar sight in many suburban areas. Or to hear the eerie call of a kookaburra echoing through the trees at dusk, a sound that has become synonymous with the Australian landscape. Their laughter-like calls are a reminder of the wildness that still exists just beyond our backyards. For Australians, these encounters are just a part of daily life. Whether hiking through nature trails or enjoying a family picnic, the presence of wildlife is always felt. But this coexistence is not without its challenges. The balance between human activity and wildlife can be delicate and requires constant attention. Living with predators means accepting a certain level of risk, a constant awareness that danger could be lurking around the next corner. Snakes, spiders, and other potentially dangerous animals are a part of the natural environment. It means being vigilant, taking precautions, and respecting the boundaries between humans and wildlife. Installing fences, securing homes, and being mindful of one's surroundings are all part of the daily routine. Australians grow up learning how to share their space with these creatures. From a young age, they are taught the importance of coexistence and respect for nature. They know to keep a safe distance from wild animals, understanding that admiration from afar is the safest way to appreciate their beauty. To secure their garbage to avoid attracting unwanted visitors, ensuring that their homes do not become a buffet for curious critters. And to be especially cautious during certain seasons, like snake season, when encounters are more likely. This heightened awareness helps prevent dangerous situations and promotes a harmonious living environment for all. But sometimes, despite all the precautions we take, encounters with these wild neighbors are simply unavoidable. Stories abound of spiders turning up in shoes, snakes slithering into homes, and even making their way into gardens where children play. And let's not forget the crocodiles making surprise appearances in swimming pools, residential areas, and even near houses, causing quite a stir. These encounters, while unsettling, serve as a stark reminder of the wildness that exists just beyond the edges of human civilization in Australia. The boundary between the urban and the wild is often thinner than we think. Take, for instance, the story of a family in Queensland who woke up one morning to find a large python coiled up in their living room. Imagine the shock and awe of seeing such a creature in your own home. Or consider the unsuspecting hiker who stumbled upon a venomous eastern brown snake basking on a sunny path. A moment of tranquility turned into a heart-pounding encounter. These are not isolated incidents, but rather a testament to the fact that in Australia, the wild is never truly far away. The proximity of wildlife to human habitation is a unique aspect of life here. For some, these encounters are a source of fear, a constant reminder of the potential dangers that come with living in Australia. The unpredictability of these moments can be quite unnerving. But for others, they are a source of endless fascination, offering a glimpse into the raw power and unpredictable nature of the natural world. These encounters provide a unique opportunity to witness wildlife up close, fostering a deeper appreciation for the environment we share. When you think of Australia, what's the first animal that springs to mind? It's probably the kangaroo, right? That iconic image of a muscular marsupial bounding across the vast outback. And it's true, kangaroos are everywhere in Australia. They're as common as squirrels in a park. But despite their ubiquitous presence, many people still misunderstand these creatures. They see them as gentle giants, harmless herbivores content to hop through life. And while that's partially true, it's essential to remember that kangaroos are wild animals with their own set of instincts and behaviors. They might look cute with their big eyes and fuzzy ears, but a kangaroo can be a formidable opponent. Those powerful hind legs aren't just for show. A well-placed kick from a kangaroo can deliver a serious blow capable of breaking bones. Male kangaroos, especially the larger species like the red kangaroo and the gray kangaroo, are particularly prone to aggression, particularly during mating season. They'll often engage in boxing matches to establish dominance, using their powerful tails for balance as they land blows with their feet and claws. But it's not just their kicks that people need to be wary of. Kangaroos can also bite, and their sharp teeth can inflict nasty wounds. It's important to remember that these animals are equipped to defend themselves, and they won't hesitate to do so if they feel threatened. It's not uncommon for kangaroos to venture into urban areas, particularly in suburbs bordering bushland. They might be attracted by gardens, lawns, and even swimming pools. While seeing a kangaroo in your backyard might seem like a novelty, it's crucial to keep a safe distance. So how do Australians manage to live alongside these powerful creatures? The answer lies in a combination of respect, awareness, and a healthy dose of common sense. Australians grow up learning how to coexist with kangaroos, understanding their behavior and taking precautions to avoid conflict. One of the most important things is to never approach a kangaroo, especially not a large male. They might look calm and docile, but their demeanor can change in an instant. Keep a safe distance and never try to touch or feed them. If you're driving in areas where kangaroos are common, especially at dawn and dusk, be extra vigilant. Kangaroos are often blinded by headlights and may jump in front of vehicles. Slow down, be prepared to brake, and use your high beams when it's safe to do so. Now, when we talk about bears in Australia, we're not talking about grizzlies or polar bears. We're talking about drop bears. These fearsome creatures, often described as a cross between a koala and a Tasmanian devil, are the stuff of legend, whispered about in hushed tones around campfires. Legend has it that drop bears lurk in trees, waiting to pounce on unsuspecting victims passing beneath. They're said to have razor-sharp claws, a taste for human flesh, and a blood-curdling shriek that can freeze your blood. But before you pack your bags and cancel your trip to Australia, here's a secret: drop bears aren't real. They're a fictional creature, a prank that Australians love to play on unsuspecting tourists. The real danger isn't falling victim to a drop bear attack, it's believing the hype and missing out on the incredible wildlife that Australia has to offer. Myths and misconceptions. The drop bear myth is a perfect example of how easily misinformation can spread, particularly when it comes to wildlife. It's a reminder to approach stories about dangerous animals with a healthy dose of skepticism and to rely on credible sources of information. While drop bears might be a myth, that doesn't mean Australia is without its share of real-life dangers. But it's important to approach these dangers with a level head, understanding the facts and taking sensible precautions. Respecting boundaries. Living with predators is all about respecting boundaries. Just as we have our homes and territories, so too do the animals that share this land with us. By understanding these boundaries and giving wildlife the space they need, we can minimize the risk of conflict and coexist peacefully. It's also about appreciating the vital role that predators play in the ecosystem. Kangaroos, for example, are herbivores that help control vegetation growth, while snakes help keep rodent populations in check. They might not always be cuddly or cute, but they're an essential part of the delicate balance of nature. When curiosity turns dangerous, the vast majority of encounters between humans and predators in Australia end without incident. But there are times when curiosity gets the better of us, and we inadvertently put ourselves at risk. It's crucial to remember that wild animals are unpredictable, and that even the most docile-looking creature can become aggressive if it feels threatened. Never approach a wild animal, no matter how tempting it might seem. Keep a safe distance, observe from afar, and remember that the best way to stay safe is to respect the wild and all its inhabitants. Now let's talk about some of Australia's smaller but equally fascinating and sometimes intimidating creatures: spiders. Australia is home to a dazzling array of spiders, from the tiny but deadly funnel web to the enormous but harmless huntsman. For many people, spiders evoke fear and disgust, but in Australia, they're just a part of life. Australians have learned to coexist with these eight-legged creatures, often sharing their homes and gardens with them. It's not uncommon to find a huntsman spider lurking behind a curtain, or a daddy long-legged spider spinning its web in the corner of a room. While their presence might be unnerving to some, most Australians take it in stride. Australia is often associated with venomous creatures, and spiders are no exception. While the vast majority of Australian spiders are harmless to humans, there are a few species that command a healthy dose of respect. The funnel web spider, found in eastern Australia, is one such creature. Its venom is highly toxic to humans, and its bite can be fatal if left untreated. Fortunately, anti-venom is readily available, and deaths from funnel web spider bites are rare. Another spider to be wary of is the redback spider, recognizable by its distinctive red stripe. While not as venomous as the funnel web, its bite can still cause severe pain, sweating, and muscle weakness. Just like the drop bear myth, there are many misconceptions surrounding spiders in Australia. One common myth is that all Australian spiders are deadly. While it's true that Australia has some of the most venomous spiders in the world, the vast majority are harmless. Another myth is that spiders are aggressive and likely to attack humans. In reality, spiders are shy creatures that would rather avoid confrontation. They only bite in self-defense, usually if they feel trapped or threatened. The best way to avoid spider bites is to be aware of your surroundings, especially when working outdoors or in dark, secluded areas. Wear gloves when gardening, shake out shoes before putting them on, and be cautious when reaching into dark corners or under furniture. Snakes in the grass. From the slithering death adder to the colossal scrub python, Australia boasts a diverse serpent population. These creatures, often misunderstood, play a crucial role in the ecosystem, keeping rodent populations in check. But their presence also demands respect and caution from those who share their habitat. The Australian outback, with its arid plains and rocky outcrops, provides an ideal environment for many snake species. But snakes are also found in urban areas, often seeking refuge in gardens, sheds, and even homes. Encounters with snakes, while unsettling, are a reminder that humans and wildlife often share the same spaces. Learning to identify venomous snakes and taking precautions to avoid encounters is essential for both human and snake safety. Respecting the slither. Australians have a unique relationship with snakes, a blend of caution and respect. They understand that snakes are an integral part of the ecosystem and that avoiding conflict is key to harmonious coexistence. One of the first things Australian children learn is to be snake-aware. This means being vigilant when walking in areas where snakes might be present, wearing appropriate footwear, and never attempting to touch or handle a snake. If you do encounter a snake, the best course of action is to remain calm and give it a wide berth. Snakes are not aggressive animals and will only strike if they feel threatened or cornered. Deadly beauties. Australia is home to some of the most venomous snakes in the world, including the inland taipan, often cited as the most venomous land snake based on its venom toxicity in laboratory settings. However, encounters with these snakes are rare, and bites are even rarer. The eastern brown snake, found along the eastern coast of Australia, is responsible for the majority of snake bites in the country. While highly venomous, bites are often preventable with awareness and caution. Snakes play a vital role in the ecosystem, controlling rodent populations and contributing to the delicate balance of nature. Understanding their behavior, respecting their space, and appreciating their beauty from a distance are all part of living in snake country. Living in snake country requires a certain level of awareness and preparedness. Keeping your yard tidy, trimming back bushes, and removing debris can make your property less inviting to snakes. If you live in an area where snakes are common, it's a good idea to have a snakebite kit on hand and to know the proper first aid procedures for snake bites. Remember, snakes are more afraid of you than you are of them. By taking sensible precautions and respecting their space, you can coexist peacefully with these fascinating creatures. Australia's wild side isn't confined to the land. Venture into the turquoise waters that lap at its shores and you enter another realm, a world patrolled by some of the ocean's most formidable predators, sharks. These ancient creatures, with their sleek bodies and piercing gaze, have captivated our imaginations for centuries, inspiring both awe and fear. Australia's waters are home to a diverse range of shark species, from the massive whale shark, a gentle giant that feeds on plankton, to the more intimidating great white shark, an apex predator with a reputation for power and intelligence. Sharks are an integral part of the marine ecosystem, playing a vital role in maintaining the delicate balance of life beneath the waves. They are opportunistic feeders, helping to control populations of fish, seals, and other marine animals. Sharks have long been portrayed as mindless killing machines, their image tarnished by Hollywood blockbusters and sensationalized media reports. But the reality is far more nuanced. Shark attacks, while tragic, are relatively rare events, and the vast majority of shark encounters end without incident. Most sharks are shy and reclusive creatures, preferring to avoid contact with humans. They are essential to the health of our oceans, and their conservation is crucial for the well-being of the entire planet. Understanding shark behavior, respecting their space, and dispelling the myths that surround them are all part of coexisting with these magnificent creatures. For Australians, the ocean is more than just a body of water, it's a way of life. From surfing and swimming to fishing and boating, Australians have a deep connection to the sea. But this connection comes with a responsibility to respect the creatures that call it home, including sharks. Swimming at patrolled beaches, heeding warning signs, and avoiding swimming at dawn and dusk when sharks are most active are all simple but effective ways to minimize the risk of shark encounters. It's also important to remember that sharks are wild animals and should never be approached or harassed. Feeding sharks, while seemingly harmless, can alter their natural behavior and increase the likelihood of negative interactions with humans. Surfers, in particular, have a unique relationship with sharks. They share the waves, often unknowingly, with these apex predators. While the thought of encountering a shark while surfing might send shivers down the spine, most surfers have a healthy respect for these creatures and understand the risks involved in their sport. Shark deterrents, such as personal electronic devices and specially designed wetsuits, are becoming increasingly popular among surfers and other water enthusiasts looking to minimize the risk of shark encounters. Ultimately, sharing the surf with sharks is about acknowledging their presence, understanding their behavior, and taking sensible precautions to minimize the risk of negative interactions. From the ocean depths, we venture inland to the murky rivers and billabongs of northern Australia, home to another formidable predator, the saltwater crocodile. These ancient reptiles, with their armored bodies and bone-crushing jaws, are the largest living reptiles and a true force of nature. Saltwater crocodiles, or salties as they are known locally, are apex predators, ruling the waterways with a mix of stealth and brute strength. They are opportunistic feeders, their diet consisting of fish, birds, turtles, and even larger prey, like wild pigs and kangaroos. Encounters with saltwater crocodiles can be fatal, and respecting their territory is paramount for survival in croc country. There's a primal fear associated with crocodiles, a deep-seated instinct that recognizes their power and potential danger. Their presence in the water is often betrayed only by a pair of nostrils and eyes breaking the surface, their massive bodies concealed beneath the murky depths. Crocodiles are an ancient lineage, their ancestors having roamed the earth alongside dinosaurs. They are survivors, perfectly adapted to their environment, and a testament to the power of evolution. In many Aboriginal cultures, crocodiles hold a special significance, often revered as ancestral beings or totems. They are woven into the fabric of stories, songs, and ceremonies, their presence a reminder of the interconnectedness of all living things. Coexisting with crocodiles requires a healthy dose of respect, awareness, and common sense. Heeding warning signs, avoiding swimming in crocodile-infested waters, and being extra cautious at night are all crucial for staying safe in croc country. Never underestimate the speed and agility of a crocodile, even on land. They can move with surprising speed, especially over short distances, and their powerful tails can deliver a bone-breaking blow. Living with crocodiles means respecting their space, understanding their behavior, and appreciating their vital role in the ecosystem. It's about coexisting, not conquering, and recognizing that humans are but visitors in their domain. Living alongside predators requires a unique set of adaptations. It's not about conquering nature, but rather about coexisting with it. Australians over generations have developed a deep understanding of the risks and rewards of sharing their land with these creatures. This understanding is woven into the fabric of Australian society, from the practical to the cultural. It's evident in the way they build their homes, design their communities, and educate their children. Adaptation isn't just about survival, it's about thriving in an environment where the wild is never far away. Safety is paramount in a land where danger can lurk in the shadows or beneath the water's surface. Australians have developed a culture of caution, a constant awareness of the potential risks posed by their wild neighbors. This awareness starts at a young age. Children grow up learning about the dangers of approaching wild animals, identifying venomous snakes and spiders, and taking precautions when swimming in crocodile-infested waters. This knowledge isn't meant to instill fear, but rather to foster respect and understanding. It's about empowering individuals to make informed decisions and to coexist safely with the creatures that share their land. In northern Australia, where saltwater crocodiles reign supreme, crocodile awareness is deeply ingrained in the local culture. Communities have implemented a range of measures to minimize the risk of crocodile encounters, from crocodile traps and warning signs to public awareness campaigns and educational programs. Swimming in rivers and billabongs is often discouraged, and designated swimming areas are carefully monitored for crocodile activity. Fishing from boats or jetties is preferred, and even then, caution is advised. This crocodile-conscious culture isn't about eradicating crocodiles, but rather about coexisting with them in a way that minimizes risk and respects their place in the ecosystem. Spiders, those eight-legged architects of silk, are often unwelcome visitors in Australian homes. While most are harmless, the presence of venomous species like the funnel web and the redback necessitates a certain level of vigilance. Australians have become adept at spider-proofing their homes, sealing up cracks and crevices, installing fly screens on windows and doors, and keeping their living spaces clean and clutter-free. Regularly checking shoes and clothing left outside, especially during the warmer months, is another important precaution. Shaking out towels and bed linens before use is also advisable. These simple measures, combined with a healthy dose of awareness, can significantly reduce the likelihood of unwanted spider encounters in the home. Snakes in the city. Even in urban areas, snakes are a fact of life in Australia. As cities expand into bushland, encounters between humans and snakes become increasingly common. Parks, gardens, and even backyards can provide refuge for these slithering reptiles. Local councils often conduct snake awareness programs, educating residents on how to identify venomous snakes, what to do in case of an encounter, and how to make their properties less attractive to snakes. Keeping lawns mowed, removing debris piles, and sealing up gaps under sheds and fences can all help deter snakes from taking up residence in your yard. Remember, snakes are an important part of the ecosystem, even in urban areas. They help control rodent populations and play a vital role in the delicate balance of nature. Respect for the wild, a shared responsibility. Living alongside predators is a shared responsibility, a delicate dance between human needs and the preservation of wildlife. It requires a shift in perspective, from viewing these creatures as threats to be eradicated to recognizing their intrinsic value and their right to exist. Education plays a crucial role in fostering this respect. Understanding the behavior of these animals, their habitats, and their importance to the ecosystem is essential for peaceful coexistence. Supporting conservation efforts, promoting responsible tourism practices, and advocating for the protection of wildlife habitats are all ways to contribute to the long-term survival of these creatures. Living in harmony with predators is an ongoing journey, a delicate balance between respect and caution, awareness and appreciation. It's about recognizing that humans are not the sole inhabitants of this land, but rather part of a complex and interconnected web of life. It's about embracing the wildness that defines Australia, while also acknowledging the need for responsible stewardship of the environment. It's about finding ways to coexist, not conquer, and to ensure that future generations inherit a land where both humans and wildlife can thrive. As we've journeyed through the Australian landscape, we've encountered some of the most incredible and yes, intimidating creatures on Earth. From the muscular leap of a kangaroo to the silent glide of a crocodile, Australia reminds us that we share this planet with a diverse array of life, much of it wilder and more ancient than ourselves. It's easy to view these creatures through a lens of fear, to see them as threats to our safety and well-being. But this perspective limits our understanding of the natural world and our place within it. Australians, through generations of experience, have learned to coexist with these animals, to respect their power and to adapt their lives accordingly. This coexistence isn't about dominance or control, it's about finding a balance, a way to share the land and its resources in a way that benefits both humans and wildlife. So, what can we learn from Australians about living alongside predators? Firstly, education is key. Understanding the behavior of these animals, their habitats, and their role in the ecosystem is crucial for minimizing conflict and promoting coexistence. Secondly, respect is paramount. These creatures were here long before us, and their continued existence depends on our ability to share the land responsibly. This means giving them space, avoiding encroachment on their habitats, and refraining from any actions that might harm or disturb them. Finally, A healthy dose of caution is always advisable. Being aware of your surroundings, taking sensible precautions when venturing into areas where predators are known to roam, and being prepared for the unexpected are all essential for a safe and enjoyable experience in the Australian wilderness. Australia, with its unique blend of rugged beauty and untamed wilderness, stands as a testament to the power of coexistence. It's a land where ancient traditions intertwine with modern life, where respect for nature is woven into the fabric of society. It's a land that challenges our perceptions, pushes us beyond our comfort zones, and reminds us of the awe-inspiring diversity of life on Earth. As we've discovered, living with predators is not without its challenges, but the rewards, both for ourselves and for the planet, are immeasurable. By embracing the lessons learned from this land of extremes, we can all strive to create a future where humans and wildlife coexist in harmony, ensuring a vibrant and thriving planet for generations.
If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to activate the notification bell to stay updated with all the latest content.